everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Amy. Tonight I'm going to show you 3 different versions of a Christmas tree, just to give you an idea of different styles that you could paint. I'm going to be using a number 12 flat brush, a number 10 flat brush, and a 1/4 inch scruffy brush. Paints I'm going to be using are burnt umber, happy green, Thicket, and vintage white. I'm going to go ahead and get started. First thing I'm going to do is tap in, or paint in I should say, the branches of the first tree that I'm going to paint. And I'm just using the burnt umber and the warm white to paint them. I just kind of double loaded, not really detailed about the loading of it, because I'm just basically touching each side of the brush into the color that I'm going to be using, and not really fully loading the brush is basically what I'm trying to say. It's not the typical way to load the brush. Alright, so then for the greenery on all of these, I'm using the wicker white, the happy green, and touching the happy green side into the warm white. The first one I'm going to be using, or doing, excuse me, is just a basic, you're on the chisel edge of the brush, and you're going to pull down. And just keep doing that as you create your tree. Very simple. The petals are going down, or the branches are going down. If you want them to go in a different direction, then just paint them as such. Now with this, just like any of my other paintings, you can keep changing the brush around to get different colors to show up. You can make, the top a little thinner, the bottom a little whiter. And that's typically how a tree would go. And this is just really kind of an easy, whimsical way to paint a tree. Not a very detailed, realistic way at all. And it's not meant to be. It's just meant to be fun. Something you could easily put on, a present, or if you're doing home decor pieces, maybe you're painting placemats, or you're painting towels or whatnot, or you're painting gifts. It's just a very easy way to do it. I'm going to leave a little bit of the base of the tree trunk showing. And I'm just going to come in here and just add a little bit more detail. And you could even eventually tap in some white in this to make it look like it snowed on the tree. Just very simple tree to make. Alright, the next one, once again, I'm going to start with the branch, or the trunk of the tree. And that, sorry, I got some remnants of the paint that I from the previous design. And I'm going to just start down here and pull it up. You can also do this in the opposite direction, where you put the trunk of the tree in after you paint it. That's up to you. Like on this one, I could go back in and touch a little brown in there so you can see it, but I'm not going to for the purpose of this video. Okay, now on this one, we're going to start up here, and I'm trying to work on this top a little bit, because the way I had wanted it to come, it didn't really work very well for me when I was doing my sample or template one. But basically, you're probably thinking, what the heck? But basically, I'm going to have different layers of this. I'm just going to kind of draw them out. Have a little space in between if I can. And I'm just going to pull these out a little bit at a time. And I'll work on this top too, but I kind of tend to pull these down as I'm working. And you just pull it out so it's a little bit kind of tilting up a little bit too. And then pulling it down a little bit. Pulling it away. And then I'll come down to the next layer, kind of pull it out here. And I want there to be a little bit of space in between each section. And you can play with this. I mean, there's a lot of different techniques you could use, but you can play with this a little bit and come up with different designs that you want to use for your tree. If you wanted to have a little bit of a flip up, you can do that. A little bit of space in between each section. And I'm trying to do that. See how successful I'll be. And just go like that a little bit. I think you get the gist. There'll be a little bit, and you can even, like I said, swing up the tips if you want, so that they tilt up a little bit. There's so many different types of Christmas trees, or pine trees, as I should say, that you just have to realize there's just not one way to do it. There's a variety of ways to paint them. And it's just all in how you perceive them. But they're really easy. I mean, you're just tapping in and then continuing down. Or, you know, you can flip them up. Like I said, they can have a little bit of a flip up to them. And we'll just come down here and finish it off. See, very easy, just very simple. And the last one that I'm going to show you is really probably more abstract than anything, but I thought it was fun. It's like, how can I do this with and not do this type of a tree? How can I do this and not do it with this type of a brush? And I'm sorry, this is just short and sweet to give you some ideas of different trees you can paint. And I'm painting on glass, you can paint it on any surface. Alright, so this is where I'm going to use my scruffy. Okay, and hopefully I can get it up here where you can see it. Alright, so first I'm going to touch it into my Thicket. And I'm just going to come down here, kind of make the shape of a tree. Again, I can flip it up. I can do whatever direction I want to do with it. And I'm going to come here and go like that. And then just keep tapping, level some branches in. I can make it just a little small little chubby Christmas tree. I mean, I'll be filling it in more. Don't get too afraid when you're seeing what I'm doing right at the moment. This is just a base of tapping it in. It's not how it's going to end up looking in the end. At least I hope not. Alright, so then I come back and I'm just going to start tapping in my different shades of greens, fill in the spaces, kind of touch on here. And you can leave it open, meaning that there's glass that you can see in between, or you can make it a more solid fill in if you want. Again, this is just more of an abstract Christmas tree, not a real thing. All of these are just pretty much abstract. And then just keep tapping, like that one's kind of thick. And come out here. Like you said, you can bring your branches out some if you need to. And you can work with this. I mean, this is just a real quick, silly design that I came up with right before I did the video, so I didn't really work with it a whole lot. But you can see, I mean, that's kind of fun. You can keep the colors more separated if you wish, but I'm just kind of randomly tapping in here. And again, you can keep working with it to get it to look exactly how you want it to look. This one is kind of a free-for-all, and you can even add in some of the white. And this would be the warm white. But it's kind of a funky looking tree. We're just fine. Doesn't have to be realistic by any means. And there you have it. It's pretty easy, right? Like I said, you can shape it better than what I'm doing right now, but I'm just trying to do a quick video to give you some ideas. Alright, so there you have it. If you like this video, please make sure you give me a big thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell. When the video is done, there's a share button that you'll see underneath the video. If you'll hit that, that will allow you to share it on all your social networks with your family and friends. Alright, I again appreciate your time and you stopping by. If you have any questions, comments, please place those down below. And until the next video, you have a good one. Thank you.